Hi guys, I'm Karan Rathi, the skin scientist, and welcome back to this video where I'm going to talk about vitamin C and why there's a lot of marketing bull behind vitamin C. And the reason is because I've so just to give you a little background, you've probably seen my introduction video. If you haven't, please check it out on my channel. I'm not just a skin scientist, I'm a dermobiologist. I'm specialized in cell biology, specifically when it relates to skin and hair. I have specialized in skin regeneration. I've got patents in my name. I've got publications. And I'm the founder of this brand called Melblock, which is an expert in pigmentation, dark circles, and disturbed skin issues. So, and beyond this, I've actually launched other brands as well. I founded other brands in the US, in India, and I make products for a living. Okay. I head product development. I'm the chief scientist at our company. So I can tell you, I'm coming from a pretty good place where I know a little bit more about ingredients than a lot of people. So I can tell you this, in any of our products, we don't use vitamin C. And why is that? Because vitamin C, unlike the marketing claims that it makes your skin brighter or that it's a really good antioxidant, doesn't really work in everyone. Why is that? There's a lot of substance out there. In fact, there's actually a lot of research also that supports vitamin C, also called ascorbic acid, as an antioxidant. And they are true. It is an antioxidant, but in certain conditions, it behaves as a pro-oxidant, which is the opposite of an antioxidant. So I don't know if you already know about this, but when you take anything which is an antioxidant, it's supposed to basically protect your skin, protect your cells, protect your body against oxidative damage. What is oxidative damage? It comes from what we call reactive oxidant species, in short, ROS, ROS. This is not Ross from Friends. This is ROS as in reactive oxidant species. So reactive oxidant species actually damage your skin, damage your cells. They damage various layers. They have a lot of impact, negative impact on the body, which is why the body has a lot of antioxidant systems in place to protect you against these reactive oxidant species. Ascorbic acid also helps protect against these reactive oxidant species, but when taken orally. So if you're having orange juice, you're having amla, you're having vitamin C in the form of capsules. When it goes into your body can use that vitamin C in the amounts that it needs to protect you against these oxidative stressors. There are way more antioxidants that are actually very good for you. And your body automatically makes one of the strongest antioxidants that we know of called glutathione, which is really good for the body. Okay, that's a whole different topic. For now, we'll stick to this. Just because I've said that doesn't mean you go out and start buying glutathione or getting glutathione IV injections. You really need to know a little bit more about that, which I'm going to talk about in my next video. So coming back to vitamin C, my experience, 50% of the people who use vitamin C see some brightening effect, but 50% of the people actually see the opposite of a brightening effect. They actually see their skin getting darker, pigmentation going up. So why is it that there's so much myth? Why is it that everybody is talking about vitamin C? It's this miracle vitamin that really makes your skin so nice. It's marketing. It's riding the bandwagon. It is tailwinds. These are all concepts in business where if something has become popular and a lot of people are using it, then everybody wants to launch products within that sort of tidal wave so that they can also catch on to the trend and you can buy that, right? Now, does that mean that every vitamin C composition out there in the market is really bad for you? Not really, but you have to be very careful. See, it's this very unpredictable thing. I don't like using it in any of our products because it's so unpredictable. A lot of factors decide whether vitamin C is going to work for you or not. What are the factors? Well, one is how is it formulated? Is the formulation in order to keep pure ascorbic acid or pure vitamin C stable, has to have a very low pH. But the moment you have very low pH of the formula is going to disrupt your natural acid mantle, which is your natural pH of the skin, and create issues like inflammation. It can disrupt your barrier, which causes more water loss, makes your skin drier. It can make your skin sensitive. It can cause inflammation, like I said. Which is why if you see a lot of people who use vitamin C actually have become more sensitive to every other ingredient. The other thing is vitamin C degrades in the sun, degrades in UV radiation. Even if there's blue light, even that is high energy light, it can degrade even in regular light. But when it degrades, it actually creates all of these problems. So it becomes a pro-oxidant instead of being an antioxidant. It releases these reactive oxidant species and different types of it that can damage your cells. Why is it that there's so much research now that actually supports vitamin C as a brightening agent? Well, they're done in controlled settings. They are done on single cell lines, meaning that they're not really done in vivo, which is they're not really done. A lot of them aren't done by applying vitamin C on the skin. Some of them are, but then the conditions affect how vitamin C responds. Now, if you have data consistently that's supporting that it's got brightening abilities, then that research paper that's published is going to have that as a finding. But there's a lot of research papers that actually very definitively, in very good detail, show that vitamin C actually darkens the skin, increases melanin synthesis. So people who have pigment-prone skin, if you have pigment-prone skin, which means you get tan very easily, you have hyperpigmentation like melasma, or you have dark spots, you have patches, you have overall diffuse pigmentation. If you've somebody with these pigmentation problems, then you should stay away from vitamin C because it has the potential of increasing your pigmentation. So here I am coming from the industry. I can tell you from behind the scenes what happens. And I've already told you that the marketing doesn't just influence brands. It doesn't just influence influencers, doesn't just influence the experts, but marketing also influences the researchers. Sometimes at the end of the day, it's humans, right? Despite our best efforts, sometimes we can get carried away with what we find, and we can publish data, but that data is limited. It's not really looking at every possible condition in which the skin can be exposed. For example, if you use vitamin C during daytime, that's a strict no, because the UV radiation is going to make the vitamin C degrade faster. Even if you have stabilized forms of vitamin C, it can degrade faster and cause these inflammation reactions and various other things that create problems for you. So now that I've talked about ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C, there are products that are using pure vitamin C. So if there are products that use vitamin C beyond 15-20%, that has the highest potential of causing issues. So the way companies actually try to minimize this is by bringing out analogs or different types of vitamin C that are stabilized vitamin C. You've got ascorbyl glucoside. This is a common ingredient you'll find on packaging. You've got tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate. You've got magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. You've got ascorbyl palmitate, which is an oil-soluble form of vitamin C. But regardless of whether it's ascorbyl glucoside and any of these stabilized forms of vitamin C, the way it works is that these ingredients go inside the skin, they break apart, and they release free ascorbic acid or free vitamin C. That free vitamin C still behaves as if you've applied vitamin C on the skin. So because this is such a trend and brands are sort of influenced to actually use these and sell more products, they have to stabilize it, because if they don't, and they don't minimize these risks, then vitamin C can cause all of these severe reactions. And they do this by using stabilized forms of vitamin C. They'll say use vitamin C only at night, don't use it during daytime, which is fine. But here's the thing, even if you use it at night, it's still in your skin. The next morning you get up and you go out in the sun, worse off if you don't apply sun protection. But if you go out in the sun, there's still some vitamin C in the skin, in the upper layers of the skin as well, and that can degrade. So vitamin C, because of its very nature, has a pro-oxidant effect. So guys, vitamin C is not an antioxidant. It is an antioxidant in some conditions, but it's also a pro-oxidant in other conditions. And it's very difficult to predict what condition your skin is going to be. Does it have a lot of metal ions? Does your skin have a lot of copper in it, a lot of zinc, a lot of iron? Sometimes formulations have a lot of these ingredients, which can again degrade vitamin C. So vitamin C, for so many reasons, can be a very difficult ingredient to work with, which is why if you see The Ordinary brought out pure ascorbic acid in a powder form, literally powdered ascorbic acid put into a bottle and being sold, because they know the moment they mix it with water, it's going to start degrading. They know that other ingredients can react with vitamin C. They know that metal ions within water that they're using to formulate with can have an impact on degrading vitamin C. But again, guys, pure vitamin C on your face, I don't recommend it, so there's a reason why we don't use it. So if you're somebody who's using vitamin C, you can find that your skin sensitivity goes up. You become more sensitive to other ingredients, especially high performance ingredients like retinol, like AHAs, BHAs that we call hydroxy acids, certain other anti-pigment agents. And by the way, I forgot to mention the vitamin C also helps in some cases inhibit tyrosinase, the enzyme that's involved in creating pigmentation. So it can give you a temporary anti-pigment effect. But again, if it's creating inflammation, you're going to get post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which is the most common form of pigmentation in the world. So in short, stay away from vitamin C if you can. And if you can't, then really test it, patch test it before using, make sure that it's not really increasing pigmentation. But again, the problem is sometimes you can't find that increase of pigmentation overnight. Even in 24 or 48 hours of patch testing, you have to apply it consistently, and then it's going to create all of these problems. So I hope I've been able to bust this myth about vitamin C and tell you the inside story about why vitamin C is so popular. There was a time when vitamin E was very popular. You remember how our mothers and grandmothers used those little, soft pellets that have vitamin E in it, and then they broke it off and they applied it. They're even available now. Then now vitamin C came up. There's a trend for vitamin A, retinol, and, retinoids. There are different kinds of retinol that are there in the market. And then there's a trend for vitamin K. There's a trend for vitamin B, which is niacinamide, which is panthenol. So these are a lot of trends, and vitamins generally have a very positive connotation because they support a lot of function in the body. They're part of almost every multivitamin that we take. So vitamin generally has a positive note, and applying that on the skin, especially with juicy marketing showing lemon and orange and, all these amazing juicy colors, makes you want to buy it. And you're actually thinking in your mind, this is going to help me get brighter skin. This is going to help me get smoother skin, or whatever you're using vitamin C for. But one way that you can actually get all of these benefits is actually going for brands that write these benefits on the packaging. Our brand, Melblock, I'm not trying to promote it, but we write, if it's a pigmentation product that helps reduce pigmentation, we write pigmentation control. So it's a problem-solving product that is sold by dermatologists across the country. The top dermatologists, if you're going to a dermatologist and they have this product, they really understand the science, because there's a lot of science that goes into it. And they're probably amongst the top dermatologists, right? So, what was I talking about? I forgot my chain of thought. There's so much about vitamin C. I mean, it makes me go like this when I find brands using so much vitamin C. So coming back, if you really want to solve your problems, search for brands that are problem-centric, problem-solving products that actually mention the name of the problem in front, and they say that it can help get rid of those problems. Like a product that says this product is for dark circles and under eyes. This is for pigmentation. This is for open pores. This is for moisturization. This is for anti-aging or anti-wrinkle. And you know what? The easiest thing to achieve on the skin by any cosmetic is moisturization, which is why almost every moisturizer writes right on the top of the packaging, helps hydrate the skin, helps moisturize. Dryness is a problem, and an anti-dryness product or an anti-dryness cream or a moisturizer clearly says that it can solve your problem because it's the easiest to solve. So it's very easy to moisturize the skin, but it's not easy to get rid of pigmentation. It's not easy to get rid of dark circles and under eyes. It's not easy to just reverse disturbed skin issues. It's not easy to get, it is with ingredients easier to get brightening, but then there are side effects. I'm going to make another video about this whole thing about brightening and how do you actually choose products for pigmentation. But as far as this video is concerned, guys, if you're using vitamin C, try to avoid it if possible. If not, be very careful. Don't use it in the morning. Don't use it during daytime. Do not layer vitamin C with other ingredients or other products because you don't know how the formulation of this product is going to behave with the formulation of another product's chemicals cross-react. They create new compounds that can have a negative impact on your skin. So try and avoid all of these. And if you are doing a test, then just use vitamin C serums alone or vitamin C products alone and then see how they behave. So now I hope you'll be able to make better decisions when it comes to these, and I hope you know the truth about vitamin C. So with all of this, now you know better. Hit that like and subscribe button if you actually like this. Share this with your friends and family who you think are using a lot of vitamin C or can be really benefited by this video. And definitely subscribe because you're going to get updates on the latest videos that I launch and insights from the skincare industry, insights about the truth behind skincare and ingredients. And you can continue your story of getting to know better.